for 40 million, is Madueke a steal of a signing? Or is 52 million a waste of money? Let's talk about it. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn that notification on. Don't miss the show every time we upload. Watch to the end. Help me get my watch time hours up and share to your friends. Okay. Arsenal have kicked off again the Arsenal fans' interactions. When I say kick them off, it's kicked off in droves. Before we start talking about Madueke, Eze, Gyökeres, Rodrigo, Arsenal fans have already started posting online. Murals near the Emirates Stadium have been graffitied in horrible language. There are some bad words being sprayed up on there. But from this Madueke announcement, now let's just be sure for one thing. We don't even know this is Arsenal fans. This could be just random people putting the words up on there, spraying words to make it look like it's Arsenal fans venting out. But then again, would we be surprised if it's some Arsenal fans doing this? Because it makes news, it makes headlines, it makes it look like this Madueke signing has this effect. Now, one thing that Arsenal could do to more than likely appease the Arsenal fans is sign Gyökeres today, sign him today, sign Eze today, and put all this to bed. But I have said many times this Madueke deal is not the icing on the cake. The Rodrigo deal is going to be the last deal that Arsenal do. Eze, Gyökeres, Rodrigo, that's the cherry on top that's going to make Arsenal's transfer window the best transfer window. It's going to be unprecedented. It's going to be the goosebumps that Mikel Arteta has said. But the Madueke deal puts a Salamella. Oh my God. I can't believe I just said that. Salamella, I couldn't even say the bloody word. But you know what I'm talking about in this transfer window. It has drove people crazy. Now, do I think Madueke is a world-class player? No. Do I think he's a good player? Yes, he's got something about him. Something that people eyes are blind, okay? The mind is blind because the eyes can't see. The only thing we can see is just Chelsea. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Man, I'm sweating up. I've got to do, as you know, the pat down. I have to do it. I don't care. I don't care if you guys think, what the hell am I watching? This deal is not a bad deal. It's going to help Arsenal to no ends. Okay? When we need Saka to have a rest or we need something different on the right or on the left, we will have someone there who has pace. And let's face it, Saka doesn't have that sort of pace that we need. The only person in the team that has the pace is Martinelli. And did you know that Madueke actually had a quite decent season last year? It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. But we don't want to see that again because the mind is blind because the eyes can't see. And I get it. I'm not here to tell you that you must love Madueke. I'm not here to tell you that you must, take this deal to your heart and say, you know what, I was wrong. You have your opinions, and I get that. My thoughts are just this. Madueke was not my choice to come in, but since it's the club's choice, you just say, okay, cool, let's see what you can do. My fear is Mikel Arteta, when he wants something, it normally doesn't go well for the Arsenal's journey on success. That's it to me. Now, moving on, Madueke's in. Let's just get over it. Trossard, is he going to be gone soon? At some point, yes. Romano has come out now and said the news about him and going to Turkey are not true. No offers have been put forward yet. What's new? How long does it take for Arsenal to put offers through on a table for players that we're linked with? Think about it. It doesn't happen all the time straight away. You get linked, offers going. No, every club out there is pretty much slow. It's just when it seems faster with other clubs making big transfers, they're like, oh my God, he just got announced with the league and then now they put the bid in. People don't realize it takes weeks and weeks, sometimes months of negotiations behind the scenes. And then when the news comes out that they're being linked and then the transfer's gone in, that is just because they've got to that ground. But they never got reported before the work and the talks that was going on. But anyway, Trossard will be leaving us soon. Eze's going to be coming in next. Then it's going to be Gyökeres. I'm telling you, or it's going to be either or. Before we fly out next weekend, Madueke will be here, Eze will be here, and Gyökeres will be here. I'm not panicking. I'm not crying about it. Because during a season when Madueke does something and he scores a goal and it could be a win, it could be like the Reece Nelson moment, people are going to be celebrating. The same people that have been cussing us, saying all sorts of stuff, will be the ones celebrating. They will. You'll see. They will. But anyway, this news, yes, it hasn't gone down well with a lot of people. But it may have gone down well with you. You may see a different side to it than the other people. But the other people who don't see the good side to this signing, tell me why this is a bad signing. Just don't say Chelsea. Tell me about the player. What do you know about the player that's so bad? What is about this player? Not what your Chelsea mate has said. What is it that you know? Because that's the important part, is what you know. Okay? Because we brought in players before. Now I can tell you this: if you're old enough, you would know. Dennis Bergkamp wasn't that great before he came to Arsenal. When he was at Inter Milan, he was woeful. And when he came into Arsenal, how many games did it take him to score a goal? Okay, when we bought Nicholas Anelka, no one knew who he was. Turned out to be decent. And then when we bought Thierry Henry, it was like, Thierry who? Is this guy the cheap version of Nicholas Anelka? Oh, then he warmed into Arsenal, and then he turned out to be one of Arsenal's best players, or maybe the greatest player of all time in the Premier League. That is as well. Okay, sweat moment. I can feel it. So my point is this: as much as we don't like Madueke, or you don't like Madueke, my point is it's not that bad. Would it be better if we signed the Eze, the Gyökeres, Rodrigo first, and then we filled it in with Madueke? Would you then go, do you know what? After all the big signings that we've done, now we brought in Madueke for a bit of reassurance as well. If Saka goes down or he's tired, we can use him. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe that's the reason you guys are angry, because we still don't have the striker in yet. We don't have Eze in yet, and it looks like there's no money left for Rodrigo. Let me tell you again, as I did in yesterday's show, which is not doing too bad right now. If you haven't watched it, watch it after this, because it goes into great detail as to how the new formation 4-2-3-1 is going to help Arsenal. Make sure you watch that show to the end. Arsenal have money to spend. I already told you the Cronkies gave Berta a handful of money to make Arsenal compete against Liverpool. Is to make Berta look great this summer transfer window. They knew what they was going to do. They know how much money they've got to spend, and they're going to spend it. And they learned from last year by looking at Liverpool that the fact that they had a squad capable of going on all four fronts, getting to numerous finals, getting further into the Champions League, winning the Premier League, while still having a fully fit squad. If someone's injured, someone can come in. This is what Andrea Berta is doing. He's filling in players that you may not like, but to come in and do the job. And I also think he's building a squad for later in life after Mikel Arteta. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. But anyway, what's your thoughts? I would love to know. Short little video. That's all it is. There's more in my head to come out, but I'll save it for another video for another day. Have a great day, guys. And make sure you watch one of these shows just here. Make sure you subscribe here. I'm Ty Knight here for TK 24 Sports.